This is our trade partners, the value and the percentage of our trade they make up. So you can kind of see there's three really big trading partners, Mexico, Canada, and China. What Trump is doing versus China is something it's been coming. So Trump is not the president we deserved. They're the president that China deserved, right? Because he's beating them up. And they've been winning in this whole global, they have been winning in this whole global trade. We've been very generous with our trading partners. And what he's saying is we need to have more of that gain for us. We need to have more of the gain. We have these deals in trade. We're going to carve off some more of that for us. And that's probably a good idea with China, especially with China. Do I like the way he's doing it? No. Someone has to do something. Everyone else has tried and done really poorly. I'm not saying this is going to work. Who knows? It probably fails too. But it's interesting to think of it as Trump is the president that China deserved. So how do tariffs, we talked about this a little bit, $414 per household is the general cost of these things. If we go to a 25% for everything trade war with China, it's going to cost $831 per household. Now, did anybody, those of you who get the quarterly commentary, did you guys read the letter that was in the quarterly? Okay. So something very important in that quarterly letter that I hope you caught, and that's Foxconn, the manufacturer for most Apple products, have been begging Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, to move their manufacturing facilities out of China. Foxconn has manufacturing, they're a Taiwanese company. They have manufacturing facilities in China, in Taiwan, in Michigan, they're building them. So I don't know what the discussion is, where those manufacturing facilities might go, but Foxconn has facilities all over the planet. And so to say we should move our supply chain out of China doesn't necessarily lead to, that means prices are going to go skyrocketing. It means companies have to figure out a way to source their goods and materials in a more efficient way. Companies will always compete on price. We as consumers will always benefit from companies competing on price. And we're going to talk a little bit about that competing on price in a second. Going all the way to the full bar, world GDP is affected by about 0.4, what is that, 0.4.5% if all these tariffs go into effect. So when the global growth rate is 2.5, that's still a big hit, but it doesn't turn us into a global recession. Right? So if those tariffs that have been discussed and not implemented are implemented, we might get there. But there's many steps between here and there. And we talked about this in the office. I think, and I'm now going to put this on the internet, which means I'm going to be bugged from here in the future. I think Trump is sandbagging. Isn't it, tell me if I'm wrong, isn't it true that there hasn't been a sitting president that's lost an election where the economy is doing really well? Is that true? It's true. So how do you, let's say we resolve this whole issue miraculously 9 months before the election. Markets go up, you know, there's yay jobs, everyone's spending on stuff, all kinds of announcements come out, it's a 9-month media cycle. I hope not, but it seems like it's a very distinct possibility. That's what's happening. It's a big, ugly national or international debacle to get reelected. Most economists think there's going to be a deal because the downside is worse. I think that he knows this, he's just waiting for the right moment.